see me because it's dark. If you're up this morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but since yesterday, I woke up feeling like a human again, feeling great. And so far, knock on wood today, I feel great today. I'm on my way to get coffee from McDonald's. They open in 15 minutes. I'm going to be there for when they open. Get me one of the caramel macchiatos with extra caramel in it. They were so good. You know, there's a lot going on in this crazy, crazy world we live in right now. A lot. You know, with the Charlie Kirk situation, I really fear for my grandbabies, my children and my grandbabies, to grow up in this world that we have now. It is a sad existence when your opinions and your feelings and your views on life can be the reason for someone to harm you or hurt you or take you out of this world. And what I think is even more alarming than that is also the fact that people are damaging this man's grave and posting the most alarming things about his death, laughing about it, thinking it's funny. If we live in a world now where we're not allowed to have different opinions, and you're going to take it to the point of harming someone and thinking it's funny that they're no longer with us, that their kids aren't going to have a father, their wife is not going to no longer have a husband, their moms or dads or brothers or sisters are not going to have their loved one any longer. The only thing I think I could say to you is, you have a view where you think it's funny, you didn't agree with what this man stood for or said. So since they don't agree with you, should you be harmed? Should your children not have a father or mother because your views are different? Do you think your family would be okay with your loss of life just over different views? Until you put yourself in someone else's shoes, then I guess people don't think about how it affects them or how something would affect them. You know, just like with losing my grandson, I know that was detrimental before it happened to me, to parents and grandparents, but that's just my nature, to have empathy. But people who've never been in that, some people I'm seeing just have no clue at all. And we live in a sad world now, is all I'm gonna say. And I don't think they're open yet. I don't think they open till 5:30. So I'm gonna sit here for a minute. If they get through drive-through, then they might be open. But it said 5:30. Let me listen. they open already? I don't think so. I'm getting to see. I think they just went through drive-through. Let me see. Nope, I didn't think so. I did not think so. Not till 5:30. I'm gonna drive back around. Sit over there and wait. Speed bump. Can I go right here or do I have to? Yeah, I can turn right here. I knew they didn't open until 5:30. I knew in my gut they didn't. Anyways, I just got 10 minutes. It'll give me time to say what I want to say. Yeah, I mean, this world's going to hell. It's gone plumb to hell, where people think it's funny that someone lost their life over a difference of opinion or views. And you know, that's another thing with like the Whitaker situation. You know, people were making money off of this family. And now state police of West Virginia have gotten involved. And, you know, that's something else I want to point out. If people think them making money off the backs, if creators, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, any social media platform, if you think it's wrong what happened to the Whitakers, people making money off the backs of them, then isn't it also wrong for people to be making money off the backs of anyone that's not their family or their own? If the lives aren't about them themselves and their families and their own content, isn't that the same thing? If the channels are monetized and you're getting Cash Apps or PayPals or Super Chats or any of that, to me, that falls in the same category. You're still making money off the back of someone else that's not you. You know, unless you're actually creating content of some sort, then, in my opinion, I don't think anyone's any better if they're using other people for content. I don't. Hopefully, this will bring light and attention to social media, what's being done. People are now making money off of, they'll hook on or latch on to a person, and they will just run with it and run with it and run with it and keep going till they've made money off of these people as much as they possibly can. And you know, even you know, there's some people on YouTube, they have made just a couple of people their prime content for years, and got your Cash Apps or PayPals in your bio. You know, you've asked for donations or GoFundMe's and things of that nature. You wouldn't have had any of that attention if you weren't using people you don't like as content. So that's the same thing. It's the same thing. You wouldn't have had all those followers and people to give and give and give if you weren't using the back of someone else to bring in income. So I really hope this right here is what is needed to draw some light and maybe finally get some changes done. They need to restrict creators, TikTok, Facebook, Bookface, YouTube, all of them. They need to have it where you're either creating actual content or discussing your own life, or you're just discussing things like commentary. But not using someone every day for day after day after day for months on years, and then making that your income. That's your bread and money. Because if it's not fair to the Whitakers that these people are making money off of them and not giving it to them, how is it fair for anyone else to be, even the awareness channels is what they're called. How is it fair for them to have money coming in off of all the people they're covering? If it's not fair to the Whitakers, what was done to them, how is it fair to anyone else? It doesn't. See, you got to separate your emotions and your feelings for people in this. If you stand on the side of right, that it's not right, it was done to the Whitakers, then you need to separate your feelings and say, that means it's not right for anyone. It can't be not okay for the Whitakers, but can be okay for someone else to do it to a different person or a different family. See what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. It's either wrong, period, all the way across the board. You can't be on the fence. Oh, it's okay because I don't like this person. No, it's not okay because that person's mentally disabled. You can't do that. It's either wrong or it's okay. You can't do both. You cannot be on the fence with both. You just can't do that. Morally, that's not right. So if it's wrong for what's being done to the Whitakers, then it's wrong for how these people are making money off of everybody else they're making money off of. It's that simple. That's how I see it. My opinion, of course. Like I said at the beginning, I think Patrick is just a money grubber. Eric, I'm still on the fence about, because so far he has showed every penny that's ever come in and has been very open with the money that was coming in. And I saw some people say, well, you should have been doing this with their money or this instead of taking them out to do things like going to the movies. I've seen where I've been watching them for years and years now, different creators posting them. I've seen them light up and smile and laugh and actually do things they've never done. And I kind of think the reason Eric was doing that was to show them how normal people live and that there's things out there that you can do in life that is fun, but you gotta not waste your money. You gotta put some aside if you want to go do fun things like that. That's where I kind of think Eric was heading with that. I really do. If I'm wrong about Eric, then man, he sure has a lot of people fooled. But we'll see, because they're being investigated by West Virginia State Police. So Eric and Patrick. But if that's the case, then they're probably going to have to also investigate Mark from Soft White Underbelly, because he did the same thing. He made money off his channel. Patrick had a contract, not Patrick, Eric showed the contract. He had a contract. 1/3 of the income would go to him, 1/3 would go to Patrick, and 1/3 would go to the Whitakers for fixing up their house and stuff. So there was a signed contract. And so I don't know. I really think Eric had good intentions for the actual family. I just think the things Patrick was doing on the side was making a mockery of the family. But, yeah, the family was all together. I see people making that comment, the family was all together. Yes, they was. But Ray was living in piss and shit. Literally, in his pants every day of his life. His bedding area was nothing but soaked piss and shit. His poor knees were done. You could tell he looked so bad compared to years ago. And Timmy was starting to thrive. Timmy was learning how to take showers. He was learning how to help around the house, cleaning up things, learning how to dress appropriately. He had just gotten that phone. Eric got him the phone. He was starting to learn how to do things and be an actual individual and look forward to things. So in a way, I honestly think that the state having custody of them is the best, because they gave Betty, they told Betty in that video of Timmy being removed, the woman from Adult Protective Services told Betty, said, you had 3 opportunities to sign that order against BJ, and you refused. She said, that's why we got to take them. And, you know, she had done Betty and told everybody they had been abused by BJ and BJ's boyfriends, beat the crap out of them. And there's one video of BJ punching, I think it's on her dad, Larry. She's wailing on him. Hold on, I'm going to go pull through this drive-thru real quick, because it's now 5:30 before everybody else gets in the drive-thru. But, you know, I think they're better off now where they are and things. Why isn't it on? It's 5:30. What's that sound? I think they open at 5:30. I'm sorry. I haven't done that this morning, my face. Come on, y'all, while I check the time on their opening. I think they open at 5:30. Hello? It's 5:31. Come on now, I need a coffee. This don't make sense. It says they open at 5:30. The hell was that? Oh, there we go. That's right.
Are you starting all of your light today?
No, I don't have a coupon, I don't think.
What do you need for you?
I want 1 large coffee with 5 sugars, 5 creamers, and then I want a large caramel macchiato, the hot one.
I can't do any of them. McCafe drinks, the machine this morning that's saying our barrier unit or something is messed up on it.
Oh,
I
crap.
can do like iced coffees, like the frappes, like the blended ones, smoothies. That's about it. I just can't do any of them at cafe.
Damn. I guess just another large coffee then with the same 5 creams,
Or
5
another large
sugar.
coffee, 5 and 5.
Yeah. And that's it, honey.
Alright, sorry about that.
That's okay, thank you.
If that's correct, it'll be $5 even at the second window. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm waiting an hour to get coffee just so I could get my caramel that I get. I knew I had went and got coffee an hour ago. I'm not doing my damn money. That makes me mad. I come down here every morning and get these. It pisses me off. You want something, you can't get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That really sucks. For real. And then I got something funny to tell y'all. It ain't funny, it's scary. It's scary, but it's funny. What happened to me yesterday, or day before yesterday, first window. Okay. Can I also get a couple of extra sugars and creamers in a bag with the stir? Thank you, honey. You always do. Yeah, y'all gonna laugh y'all's butts off. I got a picture, but I can't show it. I'll have to make a post on my other thing for y'all where y'all can see it, whatever it's called. What's it called?
Is that enough for you?
Yeah, honey, thank you.
You want a carrier?
No. You have a good day, honey.
Thank you. You too, Mom.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Alright, let me tell you now what happened to me. I need to drink this coffee first before I go anywhere. Okay. Yesterday, was it yesterday? I'm glad I got extra sugar and creamer. They never put the full amount in it, ever. Alright. So yesterday, no turn signal. Prickhead. I shouldn't drive. I get too mad too easy. So yesterday I had to come bring him lunch at his work, right? Well, I've been coming down here for over a year now. So I'll sit in the parking lot because like he works by himself on his shifts. Once 4 o'clock hits, they all go home and he works second or third by himself. So I've always sat out in the parking lot and like I fed a stray cat, got it at home. Now there's another stray cat I'm feeding. Well, for the past 7 or 8 months, almost a year, I've been feeding a couple of mouses out there. Well, believe it or not, these little smart mouses know my vehicles. They will come when they see me. When it starts to get right before it gets dark, they'll run underneath my vehicle to let me know, hey, we're ready to eat. And they do too, buddy. They'll run over and let me know they're there. And so I've been doing that. Well, I had the door open. I was sitting there. It was getting ready to get dark. Out of the corner of my eye, I looked down, and I was in the driver's seat, on the driver's side. I looked down, and I seen the shadow of something black. So I thought to myself, that must be my mouse. And so I looked around, I didn't see it, so I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to keep my eye out, because, you know, I've done it once, it'll be back again. It almost ran up my leg one day. Well, something black caught my eye again. So I looked down, getting ready to reach down, because I think it's my mouse. Y'all, it wasn't my mouse. It was not my mouse. It was a freaking big black snake with its head up in my door, up to almost where my leg was. Its head was by the bottom of my leg, the bottom calf muscle of my leg and my foot. I screamed. The snake dropped down when I screamed. I slammed the door shut, rode up turned the key over, rode up all the windows. Then I got scared because I was like, where in the hell did a snake come from? I'm in the middle of this parking lot. I've always got my eyes out for the frogs. There's 2 to 3 little frogs, my little mouses, and my cats. I can always at least see when something's coming. There was no snake. He had just come out and gotten his drink before that happened, and there was nothing in the parking lot. Nothing. You can see the whole parking lot wide open. Well, so I start the truck because I'm thinking, what if it's attached to the truck? What if it's going to come up somewhere through the truck? Because I've seen all these videos now where they'll come up in your vehicles. So I'm freaking out. So I drive the truck almost into the factory wall. Right there, I lay on the horn. He comes out and he throws his hands up like, what are you doing? And all I could do was point because I had the windows rolled up because it was still attached to the truck. I didn't want it crawling in my window. And he said, Millie, I don't know what you're saying. And he went to turn around and go back in. I laid on the horn. I said, don't you dare go back in here. And so I cracked my window. I said, snake. Under or behind, snake. And I was pointing down and pointing behind. So he looked under. He didn't see nothing. So he walked on the truck. He said, oh, wow. And so I knew he'd seen it. So, and I knew since he knew where it was, I got out with him because it ain't nothing for him to grab snakes. He does it all the time. This damn snake stood up as tall as he was. Like, stood up. I ain't never seen a snake do that before. It was looking at the flashlight he had in his hand because he had the light on. And so he grabbed it and got it and took it across the street in the field and let it go. But what had happened is that night when he was working third shift, I had to ride up the road to go to the store. Almost all the way, and this is the ride I take you on with me, so you know the ride I'm talking about. You know where all the trees are, this long wandering country road. Well, I want you to know, something hit the truck that night loud. I thought it broke my window. I never could find what it was. Well, I want you to know that we believe now it was the snake, and it crawled up in this truck somewhere and came out because wasn't no snakes anywhere to be seen. How in the hell is this in my spot, dude? I don't know who you think you are. But yeah, that's what happened to me. I almost got killed by a snake. I don't do snakes. I don't like snakes. Nope. Alright, I gotta go.